this transcendental world, it's the world beyond Maya. This world, he is realizing beautiful pastimes, and he's relishing these pastimes, and that's why his associates will also relish these pastimes. There is one question here. Why God left his transcendental world full of bliss? Why did he come to this material world who is full of suffering? This material world is of Maya. The living entities, they're suffering because of Maya. Forgetting Krishna, without serving Krishna, the jiva comes to this world, suffering in this material world. Maya is punishing all the living entities. So this world of Maya, it's known as a prison, jail. So the jail is not a place that you enjoy and you have fun. In the same way, whoever is in the jail, it's punished by the jailer. So this material world is also like a jail. So one question arises. Bhagavan leaves his transcendental world to come here, and there's so much suffering. Why is he coming here? Why he does that? And in this context, our Acharyas explains God comes from Nitya Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and there are some reasons why. There are two reasons. There are the primary reasons and the secondary reasons. So now we'll discuss the primary reasons. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami, he said a verse to Parikshit Maharaj. And this verse, this verse will explain why Krishna came to this material world. This is the main verse. So Bhagavan is so merciful. Seeing the suffering of the living entities in this material world, the heart of Bhagavan melted. And that's why Swayam Bhagavan, seeing the suffering of the living entities, to give mercy to them, he comes from Nitya Goloka Vrindavan. And he manifests himself in this world together with his associates. If anyone sees these pastimes and listen about these pastimes, what is going to happen? That person will be absorbed. So if you absorb yourself in Shravan and Kirtan, listening and speaking about the pastimes, all of the sufferings from the living entities will be destroyed. And what's going to happen? You will be free and achieve the abode of the Lord. Swayam Bhagavan manifests as a human being. He manifests in this form as a human being, realizing pastimes as like a human being. Just like the jiva, the living entity takes birth from a mother. baby is born from the mother, and he sits in the lap of his mother, in the same way that the baby is connected by the umbilical cord, there are so many samskars, realize, rituals. In the same way, Krishna is born from Mother's Yashoda's womb. And then there is the ceremony of cutting the umbilical cord. Before that, Nanda Maharaj called all the Brahmans and he gave cows as a donation. He called all the Brahmans, Nanda Maharaj called all the Brahmans, and he gave cows to the Brahmans. Another thing, he also asked the Brahmans to give blessings, to purify. And Krishna, as like a normal baby, realizing pastimes. So if anyone listens about these pastimes, all of their sins will be destroyed automatically. So Shukadeva Goswami, he said a verse. Who does not want to listen to those pastimes? Only a butcher. He doesn't want to. Killing animals, the heart of this butcher is very hard. So that person, he doesn't want to listen to the sweet pastimes of the Lord. Besides him, everyone wants to listen his pastimes. So this is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam that proves the Advaitavadis, impersonalists, they want to merge in the Brahman. But even them, if they listen to the pastimes of Krishna, they will give up this desire to merge in Brahman. There's so much rasa in the pastimes of Krishna, so much sweetness. Not only this, the persons who are suffering from the three kinds of miseries, who is suffering, if they listen to the pastimes of Krishna, all of these three miseries will be destroyed. The person will completely forget all of this because Krishna-katha is so attractive. So here it is said, God, to give mercy, Anugraha, He comes to this material world. So this verse, Anugrahaya, speaks about Anugraha. Anugraha means compassion. He's giving compassion to who? To the devotees. But the opposite of Anugraha is Nigraha. So he's giving Nigraha, punishment, to those who are not devotees, to the demons, those who have a demoniac nature. So these wretched persons. So Bhagavan in Gita, he's saying, so yuga after yuga, age after age, I will protect the sadhus and also to punish those who are asadhus, non-devotees. The demons, they destroy the Varnashram Dharma. Destroying the Varnashram Dharma. And that's why Bhagavan, he says, again and again, I come to reestablish Varnashrama Dharma. when those who are adharmic, non-religious persons, they destroy religion, I appear in this material world to kill persons like Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Jarasandha, Duryodhana, Dushasana. All of those, they are adharmic, non-religious persons. To punish those persons, age after age appear in this material world. Krishna says this. Another reason, those sadhakas that for a really long time are worshipping Bhagavan, they have so much eagerness to see Bhagavan, to give darshan to those persons, those devotees. Bhagavan also comes to give darshan to those who are very eager. But what is the suffering of the sadhu? Separation from the Lord, Bhagavad Viraha. So this is suffering for the sadhu. Oh, when God will give me darshan, so in this verse of Vitrasur we can see this. For the devotee who has so much eagerness, he has so much eagerness to see the Lord. When Bhagavan will give me darshan? And that's why Swan Bhagavan, he comes from Nitya Goloka Vrindavan Dham and appears in this material world. Especially in our Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna-das Kaviraj Goswami explains Krishna-das Kaviraj Goswami, he says, Krishna himself is saying, the pastimes are realized in Nitya Goloka Vrindavan, they do not exist in Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Mathura. What to speak of the material world, even in Vaikuntha? So, which Leelas don't exist in Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Mathura? Only in Goloka Vrindavan. Which pastimes? So, in this context, our acharyas explain Brajparakiya Rasa Madhurya, this conjugal mood, does not exist in Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Mathura. The pastimes of Rasa Leela only happen in Braj. In any other place, those pastimes do not happen. So Brajendrananda Shama Sundar, together with the gopis, he realizes Rasa. So in Dwarka, Krishna, he got married to 16,108 queens, but still he did not realize Rasa. It's not possible in Dwarka. Why? Because in the heart of the queens of Dwarka, they have Swakiya Bhav, this mood of husband and wife with Krishna. So with this mood of husband and wife, so the love shrinks, becomes a little smaller, because there is this opulence mood of being a husband. So it's not possible. So the love of Dwarka, it's known as Samanjasa-rati. This is the love of the queens. The love of Kubja, it's called Sadarani-rati. The love of the queens of Dwarka is Samanjasa-rati, means that it is a divided kind of love. And the love of the gopis is samartha-rati prem. It's very powerful, can control Krishna. So with the love of the gopis, they can control Krishna. But with Samanjasa-rati, the love of the queens of Dwarka, this love is divided between sons and daughters. So it's a divided love. So first is only husband and wife. She pigeon and he pigeon, they are in love. They stay together, hugging and kissing. So it seems like the love is very wonderful. Whenever the he pigeon flies, then the she pigeon is flying behind. And they keep kissing each other with their beaks and hugging. But when they have 2 or 3 babies, then that love is not the same anymore. The love is not the same anymore. That the love that the wife has now is divided not only to the husband but to the sons. It's a divided love. So this is normal, natural. So this love is divided. But the love of the gopis is samartha-rati prem. Why? Because the gopis, they don't have sons. Also, even their husbands, so-called husband, is just by name. So-called husband. Yogamaya arranged that so they can relish parakyaras. Yogamaya married them, but Jiva Goswami explains that this marriage of the gopis with gopas, it's like a dream. It's just like a dream, swapna. Just like in a dream, in a dream, even the parents of the gopis, they saw that the gopis got married to gopas. But this is sapnik. It's like a dream. Okay, so they got married, but even getting married, Yogamaya, he made an arrangement that the gopas, they never, what to speak of relating physically, they never even sat in the same bed. Yogamaya would not allow them to stay in the same bed. Yogamaya made this lila in such a way. So what to speak of even touching the gopis, they could not even enter their room. Could not even sit in the same bed or lay. These gopas, cowherd boys, they never stayed in the same bed as the gopis. And they did not even try. Why? Because Yogamaya, they did not even try to stay in the same bed. Yogamaya made them always busy, always occupied. From morning to evening, from evening to morning, Yogamaya made that they would have always some activity. But they had this abhiman. Oh, she's my wife. And gopis would think, gopas were thinking, they are my wife. But the gopis, they were not thinking, oh, I'm married or not. They did not even have time to think if I'm married or not. Gopis in their minds, they could not think, I am married or not. They had no time to think about this. They did not worry about this. Because they're always absorbed in Krishna-katha and Krishna seva. What I want to say is, in Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Mathura, there is no Vrajavasis ras. This conjugal mood is not there. That's why Krishnadas Kaviraj, he explains I will perform all of these pastimes that are very rare in Vaikuntha. And when anyone sees these pastimes, they will be completely absorbed. Again, Krishna explains. So, upapata bhav, this love and beloved mood. Shukadev Goswami, he said this word, Jara Bhav. Jara Bhav That means jara means something that is very inferior, very low. Because the love of the gopis for Krishna is so wonderful that no one in the past or the future will have something like this. And in this pastimes, Krishna, he is relishing this rasa and also making the devotees relish. In this material world, it's not possible. This does not exist in Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Mathura. Also in Golok, it's not present. In Golok, if you analyze in a subtle way, this Jara Bhav, this conjugal mood, even in Golok, it does not exist. Only in Vrindavan. But if you say what is the difference between Golok and Vrindavan, the difference is in Goloka. Goloka is, it's like the border, the limit of Vrindavan, the border. Imagine like your house has a wall. So in the same way, Golok is like the wall of Vrindavan. This wall around Vrindavan. And inside this wall of Goloka, then there's like the center of the flower. So Vrindavan is such a transcendental place. It's like a lotus, blossom lotus. But Vrindavan is like the center of the lotus. This is Vrindavan Dham. In this context, our acharyas, they explain sometimes in Goloka, even there is parakiya, this conjugal mood, there is a smell of swakiya, smell of this husband and wife mood. In Goloka, Radha and Krishna, they do not feel separation. There is no viraha. They only relish milan, meeting. And also, Srimati Radhika does not marry. She does not get married. But in Vrindavan, especially, Radha and the gopis, they get married. With who? With other gopas. And then, the gopis and Srimati Radhika, they meet with Krishna in a hidden way, secretly. So in Parakya Ras, this conjugal mood, there are four things are very important. Prachhanna, kamakhata means the meeting is hidden. Love is hidden. Then durlabhata means it's very rare to meet. When will they meet? Sometimes love and beloved they meet, and sometimes they cannot meet. They cannot meet. Sometimes they meet with Krishna and sometimes not. So this is durlabhata. Nivaranata vamyata. Nivaranata means the gopis, they have many obstacles from their superiors. Father-in-law, mother-in-law. Like Krishna plays the flute, the gopis, they start running. But some gopis, they want to run to meet with Krishna, but their husbands or their brother, father-in-law, mother-in-law, they stop the gopis from going. So this is Nibaran, it's like an obstacle. And then vamyata. This left-wing mood, contrary mood. So this contrary mood, it's like the infallible weapon of Parakya Ras. In Swakiya, the love is not so great. Sometimes the wife gets mad with angry with the husband, and sometimes the husband get angry with the wife. But if the wife is too angry, then the husband will beat her and kick her from the house. Sometimes wife gets mad with husband, sometimes husband get angry with wife. But if the wife is too angry, then the husband will beat her and kick her from the house. So she's surrendered to the husband, the wife. Indian culture, according to Indian culture, the wife depends on the husband. She's not independent. So the husband is preeminent in the family. Whatever he says, the wife has to follow. Do you understand? So the wife has to follow whatever the husband says. Oh, let's go this place. If the husband says, we have to go to this place, and then wife has to follow behind the husband, because this is the dharma of the wife. But at the time of the wife, at the time of the marriage, the husband also promised, as long as I am alive, I will do what? I will take care of you. Whatever you need to eat, to dress, anything you need, I will give you everything. Understand? And then the wife, she has to do what? She has to take a vow also. I will have only one husband. Ekapati. One husband. One husband in my life. No one else. So there is this also. When the marriage is happening, marriage is not something common. Husband and wife, both they have duties to follow, vows. Ramachandra, he got married to Sita, only one Sita, no one else. He did not accept any other wife. Sita also. Besides Ram, Sita did not accept any other man, any other husband. This is Vaivahik Dharma. This is the Dharma of those who are married. So Vedic marriage is like this. It's not a game. So one husband and one wife. One appointed and loyal to each other. So loyal to only one person. In this material world, there are also wives that are chaste to their husbands, like Brahmani, Shivani, Indrani, the wife of Brahma, Shiva and Indra. All of those are pativrata. Oh, they are chaste to their husband. Anusuya also, all of those, they are chaste wives. They're completely chaste to their husbands. But the gopis in Parakya, because they have this conjugal mood, first they are not married to Krishna, and they were not tied to Krishna in the marriage. Without having this bondage, the marriage is just like, actually they have a pure love. They control Krishna with their pure love. So vamyata, this left wing mood, it's very special. Vamyata, this contrary mood, this mood that the gopis have, it's like an unbreakable weapon, infallible weapon. With this vamyata, staying angry with Krishna, with this left wing moods, they can control Krishna. So Parakya is so much more special than Swakya, and much more sweet. In this material world, if your husband finds out that the wife loves another man or has another man, and it is meeting with him, then he will cut the head of the wife. And also the wife, if she finds out that the husband is cheating her with another woman, she will give him up. She will give him up, because in this material world we have to follow the rules. But in Braj, the gopis, they have parakya, this conjugal mood with Krishna. There is another speciality between swakya and parakya. In this marriage, husband and wife mood, swakya, husband and wife start to see the faults of the other. Because if you stay together with someone for so long, naturally you see flaws. But which flaws? I will tell. They sleep in the same room. So when you sleep, what happens? You start to snore. The husband is snoring, and then the wife says, "Oh, go to another room. Sleep in another room." But this is not a flaw of the husband, but she's seeing like this. Because when you have so much intimacy, you start to see. Do you understand what I'm speaking? You start to see defects, flaws. And then you start to say, "Oh, this is your fault." The wife says, "This is your fault," and then the husband says, "No, this is your fault." They start blaming each other, complaining about each other. So in Parakita Bhav, they don't see defects, they only see the qualities of. Because they don't meet for so long, they stay just a short time together. So there is no time to see defects, flaws. Because even if you see the flaw, the defect, then love will end. So first they don't see defects in each other. They only see qualities. In Parakita. So in Parakita, there are only qualities. You only see qualities of your companion. In the transcendental world, Srimati Radhika and the other gopis, they don't have any defects. So it's even useless to discuss this. Because the gopis, they don't have defects in their hearts. So how Krishna would see any defects? But we can say, Krishna, he has defects. What does he have? Because Krishna is Rasika, to increase the sweetness of the love, sometimes Krishna stays with Chandravali, he goes to meet with her, he stays with the gopis of Chandravali. And then Srimati Radhika, she enters Man, and then with this Man, makes the bliss increase more and more. So bliss starts to increase. So we can see this conception of Swakya and Parakya. Parakya Bhav does not exist in Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Mathura, not even in Goloka. Only in Vrindavan. And in the heart of the gopis only. So this Parakya Prem makes that Krishna becomes completely bound. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, What I want to say is Krishna, he comes from the transcendental world with his associates. This is the special reason of why he comes to this material world, especially to show this parakya ras that it is not available in Vaikuntha, Yodha, Dwarka, Mathura. Krishna, he comes to manifest these pastimes in this world, and also he comes to show the glory of Srimati Radhika's love, especially in Rasa Leela. With Rasa Leela, Krishna is actually preaching the love of Srimati Radhika. The love of Srimati Radhika is the highest goal. It's the topmost thing that exists. In Gita Govinda, Jayadev Goswami Pad, he explains, there are billions of gopis, but when Srimati Radhika enters man in Rasa dance, then Rasa Leela completely stopped. Srimati Radhika, she did man, she became angry, she left the Rasa dance, and Krishna, in front of all the other gopis, Krishna, he went running behind Srimati Radhika, searching for her. And Srimati Radhika, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is explained about Saradhiya Ras. So Krishna, to pacify the man of Srimati Radhika, he laughed in a hidden way. But in the spring season Ras, Srimati Radhika, she did man, left the Rasa dance, and Krishna, boldly, in front of all the other gopis, he went running, searching for Srimati Radhika. So that's the difference. So this shows that the Prema of Srimati Radhika is the highest, Sadhya Shiromani. So even the Supreme Lord is showing these leelas. This is the primary reason. Now we'll speak about the secondary cause, secondary reasons. So what are the secondary reasons? To remove the weight from earth, because earth was so heavy from the sins of all the sinners. This earth planet was so heavy with the sins of everyone. So this earth planet manifests as a cow, and she went to the demigods and she was asking, please protect me. All the demons, they're committing so many sinful activities, and I'm becoming contaminated. I cannot tolerate anymore. And the demigods said, we cannot do anything. We cannot help you. Demigods, they did what? They went to Brahmaji, to Satyaloka, and they were praying to Brahma. And then Brahmaji, he saw, and he thought, I cannot help also. And Brahmaji, what he did? He went with all the demigods and with Prithvi to the border of the he went to the milk ocean, and there Vishnu was resting in Yoga Nidra. He heard the prayers of Brahma, and Swayam Bhagavan Vishnu, he woke up through Yoga Maya. He woke up and he was listening all the prayers of Brahmaji and the demigods. Then Bhagavan Vishnu, from his head he pulled two hairs. One was white and the other one was black. So the black hair means Krishna and the white one means Balaram. So Vishnu Bhagavan, he's saying, Brahma and demigods, listen, my Prabhu, my master Brajendranandana Krishna and his brother Baladev, quickly they will appear in this material world, and they will kill all the demons. So, Bhubharan Haran means to take all the to remove all the burden from Earth planet. So there are so many kathas in Treta Yuga. The Leelas of Ramachandra, they are related. So Bhagavan Ramachandra, when he entered Janakpuri to marry with Sita, all the ladies from Janakpuri, when they saw the beautiful form of Ram, they became completely captivated, and they wanted Ramachandra as their husband. In their mind, they're thinking they wanted to marry Ramachandra. So Krishna, he satisfied everyone's desire. So Ramachandra, he said, "Oh, ladies of Janakpuri, in this Leela, my Ram Leela, I made this vow to have only one wife. So I will not marry anyone else besides Sita." So this is Eka Patni Vratadhari. I took vow only except one consort, Sita. So besides Sita, I will not marry anyone else. But ladies of Mithila, Janakpuri, I know what you are thinking, what you're desiring. So I'm telling you, when I come in Dwapara Yuga as Krishna, all of you will be born in Vraj as gopis, and I will satisfy all of your desires. So this is a very beautiful Leela. Swayam Bhagavan Ramachandra, when he went to the forest in Dandakaranya, at that time, the Munis, they were for 10,000 years, they're doing austerities in the forest of Dandakaranya, chanting Gopal mantra. They're chanting Gopala mantra. Chanting and chanting Gopala mantra, they achieved the realization of their Siddha Swarup, their transcendental form. And when they saw Bhagavan Ramachandra, these munis, they went running behind Ramachandra, thinking, "Oh, he's my husband." And then he said, "Oh Rishis, in this Leela, Ram Leela, I will not be able to accept you as me being husband, accept you as my wife. But because of the desire of Yoga Maya, you can take birth in Braj as gopis, and I will satisfy all of your desires." So these gopis are known as Shruti Chari, Muni Chari, Rishi Chari. That's why they have their names. Another point is, the pastime of Lord Brahma is a very pathetic pastime. It's very pathetic. Means it touches the heart. Even a person who has a hard heart, when they listen to pastimes of Lord Ram, their heart will melt. So after Ramachandra killed Ravan, Ram went back to Ayodhya with Sita, and the Ayodhavasis, they started criticizing Sita. And then Bhagavan Ramachandra, to give pleasure to his subjects, he sent Krishna to the forest. She was pregnant. Then 2 sons, twins, they came from the womb of Sita, Lava and Kush. And Sita Devi, she was living in the ashram of Valmiki, taking care of their 2 children, 2 sons. And this is very pathetic. Lord Ramachandra, he was living as a sannyasi in his kingdom. In the same way that Sita Devi, she was living as a sannyasini. In Valmiki ashrams, she was living with so much renunciation. But in the same way, Ramachandra, even though he was living in the kingdom, he was living as a sannyasi. After this, Ramachandra, he thought, I need to do Ashwamedha Yajna. And he left one horse. So in this sacrifice, they let the horse walk freely. And there was a sign on the head of the forest saying that whoever finds this horse has to fight against Ramachandra's army. So Lav and Kush, they stopped the horse, this Ashwamedha Yajna horse, and they hold him. Then Shatrughna came and said, "Hey children, do you think this horse is to play?" Lav and Kush, they said, No, we want to get this horse. And then Lav and Kush, they learned so much with Valmiki. So they were expert in bow and arrow, fight, wrestling. So Shatrughna was defeated by them. And even the army of Ramachandra was defeated by Lav and Kush. Even Bharat and Lakshman, they were defeated by Lav and Kush. At the end, Ramachandra Bhagavan, he came. When he saw the strength of Lav and Kush, Ramachandra, he became impressed. Lakshman asked. Ramachandra asked to the boys, "Who is your parents?" And Lav and Kush, what did they say? "You don't know scriptures? You don't know about the scriptures? Scriptures are saying that brahmacharis, they don't have father and mother. You should not even ask who are their parents. Who is a brahmachari? You should not ask him. Should not ask him about the parents. Who is your parents? You should not ask. You should ask who is your guru." Lav and Kush said, "Our guru is Valmiki Rishi." So they gave this answer. This is our identification. And then there was a big war between Lav and Kush and Ramachandra. No, Ramachandra's army and Lav and Kush. But Lav and Kush, they killed everyone. And then when Ramachandra came, he was so impressed by seeing their power. This is a very long story. Valmiki Rishi, he also appeared, and he said to Lav and Kush, "Let the horse give back the horse to Lord Ram." And then Ramachandra brought back the horse to the sacrifice. Lav and Kush were also called to that fire sacrifice. Lav and Kush started glorifying all the pastimes of Lord Ram since childhood. They were singing in a very beautiful way all the pastimes, and everybody was crying so much by listening to those pastimes. Then after this, when Lav and Kush, they went back to the ashram of Valmiki, Lav and Kush, they asked Sita Devi. They said, "Mom, today we went to the palace and we saw a statue, a very beautiful statue." "Which Murti?" "Oh, it looked just like you. It was a deity just like you." So what is that? Ramachandra, when he was doing the sacrifice, my sister said you cannot do a sacrifice without a wife. Because during the purna hati, both husband and wife, they have to be together there. In other parts of the Jagya, husband can be alone. But during the fire sacrifice, the wife has to be there. So Vashishta said, you cannot do the sacrifice, fire sacrifice. Your wife is not with you. Ramachandra said, no, but I need to do a sacrifice. Vashishta said, so you have to marry again. Ramachandra said, no, I will not marry anyone else besides Sita. Ramachandra said, I made a vow. I would only marry Sita and no one else. But Vashishta Rishi said, but you cannot do a fire sacrifice. If you want to do a fire sacrifice, you need your wife. Because during the purna-hati, the end of the fire sacrifice, husband and wife, they have to offer together. Ramachandra said, Gurudev, please arrange some way, some solution. Without marrying, try to find some solution for me. Then Vashishta Rishi said, okay, I have a solution. I'll tell you a solution. You should make a golden statue of Sita. Then Bhagavan Ramachandra, he told, they should make a golden Sita, and it was even installed. First they made a golden statue, then after they did Pran Pratishta, installed, and then he sat there and he started doing the fire sacrifice. So in the sacrifice, there is a moment where you need to send the deity away. So the golden doll, golden Sita, asked Ram, where should I go now that you're sending me away? Where should I go? And then he said, when I appear in Dwapara Yuga as Krishna, all of you golden Sitas will appear as gopis. And then I will accept you as my consorts. So all of these golden dolls, because every year Ramachandra was making sacrifice, so every year a new golden doll, Sita, and then at the end of the sacrifice he had to send away. But all of these golden Sitas, they appear in Dwapara Yuga as gopis. Why I'm speaking this? Because Ramachandra promised. He said, I will accept you in Dwapara Yuga. And that's why in Dwapara Yuga, Rama had to come as Krishna to accept the golden Sitas that now were born as gopis. He had to keep his promise, fulfill his promise. So there are many stories. In Satya Yuga, there is the story of Bali Maharaj. When Bali Maharaj was doing a fire sacrifice, Aditi Nandan, who is that? Vamandev Bhagavan, he came and he said to Bali Maharaj, please give me some donation. I want 3 steps of land. He showed that he had a very small feet. But Bali Maharaj's daughter, Ratnabali or Ratnamala, when she saw the beautiful form of Vamandev Bhagavan, she was thinking in her mind, if he was my son, I would give him milk. I would breastfeed him. And then Vamandev, he was thinking, I am Vanchakalpataru, I am a desire tree. For sure, I will fulfill her desire. But then after, when Vamandev showed his gigantic form, Trivikram form, he took all the kingdom of Bali Maharaj, first earth, then Prithvilok, Swargalok, and then he was asking, where should I put my 3rd step? Then Bali Maharaj said, I gave everything, but I did not offer myself. So please put your transcendental feet on my head. Then Vamandev Bhagavan, he put his feet on the head of Bali Maharaj. And then he pushed him to Sutalaloka. And then he tied him there in Sutalaloka. But by seeing this, the daughter of Bali Maharaj, Ratnamala, she was thinking, he is such a hypocrite. He was showing a very small form, small feet, but then when he went to take the donation, he took everything from my father. He's a cheater. So before I wanted to give him milk, breastfeed him, but now I will put poison in my breast to kill this child. Then Vamandev, in his mind, he was thinking, I am Bhagavan, you cannot kill me, but I will fulfill your desire. So this daughter of Bali Maharaj, Ratnabali, in the pastimes of Krishna, she appeared as Putana. So there is this Putan Mokshan Lila, the deliverance of Putana. And then other Lila related to Ram. The Katha of Shrupanaka. When Ramachandra was in Dandakaranya, the sister of Ravana, Shrupanaka, when she saw this beautiful form of Ram, she manifested a beautiful form. And she said to Lord Ram, I am searching for a husband. And you are so beautiful. I am also very beautiful. We are like a divine couple. Let's get married. Then Bhagavan Ramachandra said, I have a wife already. I cannot marry with you. And then at this moment, Lakshmana, he came. And then Shrupanaka thought, okay, maybe I can marry with him, with Lakshmana. And she said, you can marry with me to Lakshman. But Lakshman said, look, how can I get married with you? Because I am a servant. If you marry with me, you will also become a servant, maid. And then Shrupanaka said, what? I will become a servant? You are crazy. My brother Ravan, I am the sister of Ravan. I am not the servant of anyone. Then Lakshman said, if you marry with me, it's not going to be good for you. And then she went back to Lord Ram. But Ram said, I told you before, I have a wife. I made this vow to stay only with one wife, with Sita. I will not marry with anyone else. And then Shurpanaka, she thought, as long as Sita is alive, Ram will not marry with me, so I will eat Sita alive. And then she manifested another form, and she went to eat Sita alive. Then Ramachandra just indicated to Lakshman, and Lakshman with a gigantic sword cut her nose and ears. And then she became very ugly. A person without nose and ears, can you imagine? The beauty of the ladies is in the nose. Whoever has a beautiful nose will be beautiful. The nose, the beauty of the face depends so much in the nose, on the nose. And how beautiful you are depends on your nose. Now everybody has masks, so they're covering their nose. Nobody can see your nose. If your nose is beautiful or not, nobody can see. What kind of nose you have? So when Shurpanaka was without nose, she became very angry as like a snake with a broken spine. Then Bhagavan Ramachandra, in his mind, he gave a blessing to Surpanaka. He said, I'm also Vanchakalpataru. Whoever comes to me with a desire, any desire, I will fulfill that desire. So Bhagavan Ramachandra, in his mind, he said to Surpanaka, in Dwapara Yuga, I will appear as Krishna and you will appear as Kubja. And I will fulfill all of your desires. So this Surpanaka in Krishna's Leela appeared as Kubja. After this, when Krishna left Vrindavan and went to Mathura, he met with Kubja. There is this whole Leela. Another point is, there is the story of Krishna and Sutapa. Sutapa. So for thousands of years, they're doing austerities, severe austerities for Lord Vishnu. Bhagavan Vishnu appeared and said, Krishna and Sutapa. Oh, sorry. They told to Vishnu, we want a son as like you. And he said, a son like me, it's not possible. But anyway, I will give you a blessing. For 3 lifetimes, I will appear as your son. And that's why, first he came as Vrishni Garbha. And secondly, he came as Vamandev, the son of Kashyapa and Aditi. And the third time he came in the jail of Kamsa as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Another story of Drona and Dara. Drona means mountain and Dara means earth, Prithvi. So Prithvi, earth and the mountain, they manifest as a couple and they're doing severe austerities to Lord Brahma. And then Lord Brahma appeared and said, you can ask a blessing. At this moment, Drona and Dara, they said, oh Prabhu, please, we want to have Vatsalya Bhav to Lord Vishnu. They did not ask a son. We want to have Vatsalya Bhav, this parental love. But if you don't have a son, how can you have Vatsalya Bhav? So, to satisfy or to satisfy the word of Lord Brahma, Bhagavan himself, he appeared as Gopal. There is a Siddhanta here. The eternal parents of Krishna are Nanda and Yashoda. So when Nanda and Yashoda came from the transcendental world to this Bhauma Vrindavan, Drona and Dara, they entered in the heart of Nanda and Yashoda. And then Swayam Krishna himself, he was born from Nanda Yashoda and he was realizing pastimes. And then Drona and Dara, they were able to relish this Vatsalya Ras. There's so many pastimes. If I speak one by one, I spoke already so many. There's the story of Shakatasura. The son of Hiranyaksha was called Utkach, something like this. He went to the ashram of Lomahashan and then he started to break everything, pull the trees, and then Lomahashan was very angry. And then he gave a curse to this Utkach, the son of Hiranyaksha. He said, you will live without body. And then this Utkach, he grabbed the feet of Ramaharshan Rishi and said, how can I get delivered from this curse? And then he said, in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna will come and he will deliver you. So he came as Shakatasha. And Krishna delivered him. Also, Trinavarta, this person, I cannot understand the name, Sahasram, something like this. He did not give any honor to Durvasa. He did not even ask anything, did not speak with him. When a saint, guru comes, you should ask, oh, how are you? And then Durvasa Rishi, he became very angry and said, hey, stupid, you don't know how to honor the sadhus. You did not even give a place to sit, but that's okay. But you should at least ask, hey Maharaj, how are you? You can speak words. God gave you a beautiful mouth. Why you're not engaging? Why you not speaking with the sadhu, asking him, how are you? If you speak with the sadhu, you think he's going to ask money from you? He's not going to ask money or anything. You don't have to give anything, you just have to ask. But then Durvasa was so angry and said, you're so stupid, you don't know how to honor the sadhus. Then you will live with nobody. Nobody. You live, you stay with nobody, no physical body. So this Sahasra became Trinavarta. Air demon. And then by the mercy of Bhagavan, he was killed. He was killed by Bhagavan. So to fulfill the words of the Rishi, Krishna appeared. Another reason. So there's so many kathas. But it's already 9:30. There's the story of Nalakuvir and Manigriv. By the curse of Narada Rishi, Nalakuvir and Manigriv, they were born as two trees. And also to deliver them, Bhagavan realized the pastime of being tied to Asad Kundalam Gokule Vrajamana Yashoda Violo Kaladapamana Paramrishtamadhyam Tatadrutya Gopya Rudanta Mohonetra Yugmamrijantam Karamboja Jumena Saptankanetram Mohosasakam Trirekantakanta So these are very beautiful kathas, especially also Brahma Vimohan Lila. So realizing one Lila, Krishna is actually doing so many things. He's doing many Lilas in one. For example, Krishna was cow herding, but the cows they were thinking, Krishna is only drinking the milk from Mother Yashoda. But if he drinks my milk, So the cows, they're desiring, they wanted to feed Krishna. So then Krishna inspired Brahma's heart so that Brahma would steal all of the calves and friends of Krishna. All of these leelas have been described. Brahma Vimohan Leela, the killing of Aghasura and Bakasura also. Krishna is actually fulfilling the words of the devotees. That's why he's killing these demons. Another point is Krishna came to realize rasa with the gopis. This is the topmost lila. In this way, Krishna manifested his leelas in Vrindavan, then in Mathura. He killed Kamsa. Especially, there is also the curse of Jai and Vijay. The four Kumaras, they cursed Jai and Vijay. They had to come as demons to the material world, and for 3 births they were born as demons. So the story of Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravan and Kumbhakarna in Treta Yuga, and then in Dwapara Yuga, Shishupal and Dantavak. So Krishna had to do all of these leelas, and that's why he came from Nitya Goloka Vrindavan. He brought his associates and he manifests his pastimes in this material world. So there's primary causes and secondary causes that our acharyas explained. Especially, he came to show the Parakya Prem, the glory of this conjugal mood of the gopis. Madhusudan, how are you? So long we don't speak. Everything is good with you? Everything is okay with you? Keshavaji is also good? They said, by your mercy everything is good. And then Gurudev said, he's asking, Keshava is okay? He's good? You following Janmashtami properly? You went to the temple today? Where? Raman Bihari Gaudiya Math or where? Didi also came? Everything is okay? Para concluir ali.